Today we're taking a look at this really cool looking lightsaber. This is Darth Jadus. Let's get at it. What's up everybody? Welcome back to the Collector's Outpost. I am John. So today we're taking a look at the lightsaber of Darth Jadus. Now, while I was poking around the internet, I also found that this lightsaber, or something that looks very similar to it, was also used with Darth Sion. So if you know anything about that, pop that down in the comments so I and other people can find out a little bit more. But these are not characters I know a whole lot about. I just know their names and kind of what they look like. But let's pop on over to Wikipedia and get some info on Darth Jadus. Darth Jadus was a male human Dark Lord of the Sith, of the resurgent Sith Empire, and a member of the Emperor's Dark Council. Said to be second in power only to the Emperor, Jadus initially concentrated his attention on overseeing the Imperial Intelligence Network, controlling it through various liaisons. Concerned about the future of the Empire, due to his fellow lords' constant civil wars and xenophobia, or xenophobia, the fear of xeno lightsabers. That's a thing, right? Jadus eventually began a secret coup against the Dark Council, seeking to unify the Empire and bring the ways of the Sith directly to the citizens. So that is a little nugget on background information on Darth Jadus. Now, there are videos and plenty of things that you can find on the internet about more of his story if you want to check that out. But we are here to check out this lightsaber. But before we do, if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the channel and this lightsaber with me. Please drop down, hit the like, subscribe, and notification button for all upcoming videos. I've got lightsabers and 6-scale figures that I don't think you're going to want to miss. And if you are a returning viewer, thanks for coming back and hanging out. Let's check out this lightsaber. Now, this lightsaber comes on over from my good friends over at Artsabers. I'll put a direct link and discount code for you down in the description if you want to check this out and everything else that they have. Now, this is a pretty interesting looking hilt. Now, what I was saying about Sion, I've seen a couple of images with this very similar or exact hilt. I've also seen a couple versions without this, so I don't exactly know what the correct version of lightsaber that Sion has, but this is a pretty cool lightsaber. This would look super cool if it was all weathered up, maybe even cracked and worn down and everything. Kind of like a Malgus lightsaber that was all broken and everything. Maybe I'll do a weathering video, or I'll send this out to somebody to have this whole thing weathered up, because I think this would be super awesome if it was all just bashed up and stuff, you know? Our charging USB-C cable, all of the typical needed tools. We have some extra retention screws and our Allen keys in there. We do have a Pixel blade plug, and we do have a USB converter to put the SD card into your computer. One of the famous green Allen wrenches here. And we get an acrylic stand that will look like this once it's put together. So that's a really cool display for you. And this is also a Xeno V3. Now, unfortunately, this is still the old app. Hopefully, they will update this manual here soon and give everybody some updated info. And of course, you get a Pixel blade. This is a 1-inch, 32-inch blade. All right, let's take a closer look at the Darth Jadus lightsaber. We got these cool fins up at the top here. These are actually embossed edges, so you can actually feel these. It's not painted or anything. It's actually carved and molded in there. I really do like this emitter section. We got these red lines on the side and this kind of open vent right here. So we're gonna get some nice blade shine through to come through that. Now, this is a Xeno lightsaber, so it is a single button setup right here. I do think a good weathering would kind of really add something to this. You know, if this was all kind of darkened around here, even around here in this kind of handle pommel area, I think this would all look really nice with some black in here. Let's open that on up. And right inside we have that gold Xeno chassis. Over here we have the kill switch. Let's flip that on. And we have our USB-C charging port right there. And on the back, you can see the easy access to your SD card. Now, the cool thing with these Xeno, or just the Nexus LGT builds themselves, these cores don't need to be oriented in any specific way. Like the SN V4 Pros, they have that kind of step on the top. These you can spin these around and play like roulette with it if you want, and just pop it on in, because it just has pins that meet a PCB connector over here. I really like these connectors here, because you don't have to worry about what you're doing. Just flip that right on in there, and close on up. So the first thing I like to do with the Xenos when they come in is make sure we update all the firmware and everything. So let's pop up the app and see what we got here. All right, there's the Saber, confirm.
App connected.
All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is go check out the firmware. Here, well, it looks like 1.2.5. So we have a big upgrade because I think it's like a 1.3 point something now. So let's update this. And there's no better way of updating your firmware and everything than just from the app. So while that's going, I'm gonna go get myself some caffeine and I'll be back in like 2 minutes. May the force be with you. It's my new Grogu cup. I love these Celsius drinks, by the way. Not sponsored, but hey, if you guys wanna sponsor the show, reach out. Anybody got any good jokes? So I heard this one joke, a guy and a priest.
Beginning update.
Oh good, because that joke was really bad. Okay, so anytime you update your Xeno, you're gonna have to reactivate the board, so you're gonna have to turn it back on and then reconnect.
Power on. App connected.
And we are connected. So let's leave that page and then go on back. And we are now at version 1.3.1. All right, make sure we're working. Okay, very good. Now, the first thing I wanna do is make my basic configuration. So we're gonna go to page 2 here. I'm gonna adjust a couple of these things, like the blade length to match my 32-inch blade. We're gonna turn on countdown. That's gonna add an extra beep on the hilt itself when you're navigating through the menu without the app. And then there's a few other little things down here that we're gonna turn on. So let's turn on the countdown right now. And let's turn this on and adjust our blade size. And really all I'm trying to do is make sure that the tip is fully lit. But we don't want to go past that, and we don't want to be too short. But if we go past it or too short, the effects won't be falling in the right spot. So we just want to touch this. Okay, anything under 109 is a no-go, so let's go 110. 110 looks great. Now let's go down here. I want to turn on a couple of these things. Multi-block and multi-lock. I like these modes. Now do go through a lot of these things. There are a ton of sensitivity options. We have your motion control section over here. Now it's a pretty powerful app if you want to dig further into it. You can add your fonts and stuff like that. I just don't fiddle around with these apps that much. Now up over here you do have your battery power and a bunch of like your lighting effects that you can fiddle around with. Then you have all your color palettes that you can pull up. And then down here you can adjust, fine tune, I should say, all of your colors. So 255 is 100% of either of these colors. So we have 100% red, 100% blue, and so on. And then you can adjust everything in the middle there for fine tuning any color that you want to try to get out of that. And then down at the bottom, you have your font select. And then you have a bunch of your different lighting and hum effects. So hum effects is the blade effect. You can flip through that. So now you have a steady blade.
Unstable.
A little bit of a flicker.
Rainbow.
Rainbow.
Candy blade. Cracked blade. Pulse.
I like the pulse. Pulse and a fire with Xeno are usually what I stick with. And then if you go through the rest of the menu, some of these things have a couple of different options like force light effect. So you can fiddle around with all of these. Clash light effect has like 3 options. So what I was saying about the countdown little switch in the app, that's gonna add an extra beep in the menu while you're flipping through it. So
Volume low. Mute. Volume high.
see, so you'll get that extra beep. So first one is volume, second one
Steady.
is blade style. Third one
Broken ignition.
is the ignitions, and the fourth one is fonts.
Moonfield.
And the other way to get through your fonts a lot quicker, the 4 beeps will go in one direction, and upside down and twisting will go back. So if you miss a font, you can go back.
New Horizon.
This is actually going forward from font 1, 2,
The Dark Sword.
3,
The Assassin.
4. That is the fastest way. Then we have a couple of other features that we also turned on. I think it was like multi-block and multi-lockup. So while this is on, you can hit the button for about half a second,
Enter multi-lock mode.
So that's going to put it into like an easy lockup mode, and then all you got to do is swing to get it out, or just, you know, hit the button. So we're not hitting anything. So we're in a lock. So we have the multi-lock mode activated, and you could also, on top of that, put a multi-block mode. So you're going to hold it for half a second and give a swing.
Enter multi-block mode.
There we go, we're in multi-block mode. And what that's going to do is just allow you to swing and kind of block things without having to hit the button. So it's going to kind of use the gyroscope inside to find out where that jerk is. See, I'm not hitting any buttons here. And we're also in the multi-lock mode, so you can also, we're also still in the multi-lock mode. So you have both of those activated. Now, while you're in these modes, you can't twist on and twist off. It kind of deactivates that so you don't accidentally turn off your saber. So if you want to get out of those modes now, you just do the same function. You're going to hold and give a swing.
Exit multi-block mode.
Exit multi-block mode, and now let's exit the multi-lock mode.
Exit multi-lock mode.
Now, the other function you can also do for 2 seconds if you hold this is go right into color change mode. So one,
Color change.
all right, and that's going to go into the infinite color. See, it just scrolls through really slowly. All right, you can pick your color.
Color select.
Then you can also hold it upside down and go into a quick color change, kind of. Right, and you can see it's just banging through those colors really quick. All right, and then you can also twist the other direction. So hold and twist the other direction,
Color change.
and you're gonna go into a twist mode. So you can really kind of fine tune the color that you want there. And then just hit the button when you're ready.
Color selected. Wanderer.
All right, everybody, that is a look at the Darth Jadus Lightsaber. Thank you so much again to Artsabers for sending this over for everybody to check out. I'll put a direct link and discount code for you down in the description. And while you're down there, let me know what you think about this down in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and notification button for upcoming videos. I've got more lightsabers and 6-scale figures to come, and you don't want to miss those. All right, I will see you all on the next video. Be safe and kind out there in the world. See ya.